The Foundation coming at you with my Cowboys versus Broncos video. You know who I'm rolling with, the Dallas Cowboys. No real storytelling, I guess I can do, but other than I was born the year that we won the Super Bowl against the Broncos. The other thing too is the irony of this. The last time we faced them in 2013 was our last year with DeMarcus Ware. I remember that year because, obviously, it's only 4 years away, but I really remember that year because that was my first game I got to attend against the Packers that year. But not just going to the game, but that year our defense sucked. It was all-time bad. We had 23 different defensive lineman starters. 23. I was just like, I gotta go back and look, but I remember like some of the names on there. I was like, who the hell is that? But like I said, that was the last year with DeMarcus Ware, and his injuries was piling up, and Jerry Jones them had to make the tough decision to release DeMarcus Ware. And he had so much respect for our franchise that he said, I'm not going to go to another NFC East team. And he said preferably he would like to go to a AFC team. Now, he ain't no dummy. The Broncos went to the Super Bowl against the Seahawks that year. Anyway, so he was like, I'm going to go to a contender, and that was part of the reason why he went to the Broncos. And he won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, so and then sometimes I do think about this, and I'm pretty sure some other fans think about this, like, damn, we could have used them in 2014. We could have used them last year. God, fun it. But last year's draft, 2016's draft, might be a story in a making, because I did not like Paxton Lynch. I just did not. I did not see. I saw 5 games of him, and I just didn't see anything. I didn't like anything about him. I was just like, I was being nice. I was like, oh yeah, he has some good athleticism and da da da. But other than that, I did not want to draft this kid. And if I live streamed it, or if I would have videoed the whole round, I was watching on the stream on the draft show and the TV, the draft coverage, and I was just like, you guys better not. And when they heard that they was thinking of trading, they was thinking of trading up in the back in the first round, I was like, no, do not pick that kid. I was like, I would have been so pissed. I was just like, hell no. But anyway, going back with that, now it could be a story in itself, because if we would have made that trade, obviously we wouldn't have Jalen Smith and Dak Prescott, but we would have lost out on Malik Collins as well too. And I'm so glad that the Broncos was greedy enough to say that they wanted a second and the third rather than a second and the fourth, which the Cowboys was offering. So I'm glad they got greedy. And all that. Anyway, going on to this game, Broncos, they're no-fly zone secondary. Another defense. The first 3 weeks we're going to be facing a lot of good defenses with a lot of excellent secondaries. Broncos, Giants have a great secondary. Broncos, obviously, with the no-fly zone, and the Cardinals with their secondary. But their biggest weapon is Von Miller. And even though I have all the confidence in the world with Lyle Collins, Von Miller is going to target him. I know he's going to line up and take his chances on every now and then on Tyron Smith, maybe so they can blitz on the other side. But I think he's going to be targeting Lyle Collins majority of the game. And this is what I would do. I wouldn't run away from Von Miller. I would run right at him, so he can take on the blocks. He can take Zeke head on and all that. I hope we use Keith Smith a lot. You know, with their, they play with a 3-4 scheme, and what their defensive linemen try to do is they try to occupy the other offensive linemen and have their linebackers roam free so they can make the tackle. And if we have Keith Smith in there, that's to take on those linebackers, and we can give Zeke a little bit more space and all that. So as far as that goes, this continue to be efficient, continue to be smart. I don't need him to make 300-400 yards. I don't need to make him have 3 touchdowns, passing touchdowns and all that. I want touchdowns, but not like going. I don't need him to make fantasy points. I need to make actual touchdowns. I don't play fantasy football, so there. But anyway, this Dak, this be smart with the ball and all that. Everybody gonna say, well, this is the second week where Dak was okay. He wasn't great. I go, I don't need him. If he leads the team to another win, that's great in itself. Now to the defensive side, hopefully our defensive line can have a similar impact on the game. The biggest question is that because how we're gonna do without Scandrick. Jordan Lewis is probably making his NFL debut. How much they will use him though, that's the thing, because he did not even sniff the preseason. I think he only had 3 practices in training camp, and that was it. So we just gotta see how they're gonna use him and all that. Like I said, with Scandrick maybe not playing, I would like to see them splits with Jalen Smith. Because I went back and I was like, man, it'd be nice to see Jalen Smith a little bit blitzing. Get a little extra on Simeon. But at the same time too, you got Demarius Thomas, and you also got Emmanuel Sanders. So that's a couple good corners. So they made us drop everybody back and rush with the front 4 and see from there. Hopefully we can get turnovers in this game, because Simeon did almost give up a pick 6. So hopefully, come on, Anthony Brown. You said 40. Get another one. Again, the Mile High is no joke. They're a very excellent crowd. They're a very loud crowd. So we'll have to see with that. And, with the altitude, probably Dan Bailey's going to have some field days with that, So, because of the, probably the football is going to go longer. But we'll see. And I'm more than confident I hope this game that what we do is do what we do best, don't get cute in the red zone. Let's shove it down their throats and let's get this win. All right, mahalo for watching. Paano Yellow Boys. Go Cowboys.